Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a good day. I know those that are at CES are having time of their life and they are really enjoying themselves, especially as far as what they're seeing out of the Aptera. This vehicle, it really turned out much better than I was expecting. Look how beautiful this vehicle is. And there's just several things that really, just capture my attention. How solid it looks and how everything just basically came together, and even the interior really looks nice. So this vehicle is going to be fantastic, but also the solar panels are working better than expected. So we're going to talk about that. So let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you here. We welcome everybody. We thank you so much for joining Free Power, and what Aptera is doing is amazing. I am totally impressed and amazed at everything that they have accomplished. And we have to remember that they've only done this with just $130 million, where most auto companies would have spent at least $600 million. So they are doing some fantastic things. And, we're going to talk about the solar panel because that's really our main concern with what Aptera is doing, as well as with the drag coefficient. But the solar panels, Chris McCannon, he actually rode around and talked about that solar panels and the energy it was getting. So let's take a look at this video and then we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Aptera fans, Chris here. Today we're in the track testing performance vehicle driving around Vegas, and I just want to take you guys with us on one of the rides we've been doing for media throughout the show. So just going to wait for the light here and get going. So even in the shade, we're getting 31 watts of solar right now, fully in the shade. Here we go. So this vehicle is our track vehicle, so it doesn't have the interior or the wheel pants. It's what we're using to calibrate the motor and test our efficiency and everything soon. But I tell you what, it drives incredible. It feels so much better than Gamma, in my opinion. The suspension is really dialed in thanks to DC engineering out of Italy. Really, really good. Just the drive feel, it feels like a legitimate production vehicle. So it's incredible. We have our vision system in here, so I can see, left, right, and above me, so I can see all around the vehicle, which is great. As we pulled into the sun, we're getting near 250 watts. So we've been actually solar charging. Right now we are gaining miles back into Aptera just by sitting here at the stoplight. And it's crazy to be here. I got emotional because I was gone for a few weeks during Christmas and New Year's, but I came back and just to see these vehicles with the production body structure, and this one has the full battery, our production motor, and full solar. It's pretty emotional to see after us. We've been all working on this for so long, and here we are with one that's legitimately feels great and is, all the parts coming together for the first time. So I'm floored. It's amazing. I will say the motor response is extremely good. Really smooth acceleration curve. We still have this one limited while we're doing all our testing and validation work, but it feels rock solid. It's very, very impressive. The team did such a great job. This vehicle not only has all the parts I've said previously, but I think the biggest thing and the thing that you don't see is all of the electronics. So all our point of use controllers are in this, our AGM, our own battery management system, our own PDU, all of that is running in this vehicle, our own solar charge controller. So all the software in this vehicle is made by Aptera employees, and it's pretty crazy to say that. That we should be very proud of all the work all the software engineers have done just to make this vehicle function like it is. Little Aptera. Yeah, look, that's the backup Prindle, which you can see in the vehicle at the booth, but in this one, it's our main one. Here we are driving through the West Gate. Everyone's losing their minds seeing these driving on the road. People are, shouting and screaming. So it's great. We've been doing, test rides all day. Did we start the day with what, 80%? Mm-hmm. So we're at 78% right now. So, thanks to some of the solar charging and everything else, we're barely losing charge throughout the day, which is fantastic. We made it to CES. Woo!
Yes, we have.
Okay, so what Chris McCannon is bringing out some really interesting things. They are actually parked in the shade, and they are getting, well, he said they were getting like 31%, but when I took a snapshot of the screen, it actually says 57 watts coming in. So really, really nice. I know that when my solar panels are in the shade, I don't get anything. I might get like maybe 5 or 6%, sometimes maybe, I mean, 5 or 6 watts, maybe even 10 or 11 watts, but not even close to this, not even half. So I think that's fantastic, showing us how the solar panels are doing good. And when they got into the sun, let me click to this next picture. So when they did get in the sun, you can see they're getting 260 watts from the sun and solar panels. So really awesome. These panels are working great. Oh man, I can't wait to get my Aptera. This is going to be fantastic. And as he brought out, that they actually been riding all day. They started out with 80% battery pack power, and with the power of the sun, they've only used about 2% of that. So they're down to 78% only because the battery packs were being recharged by the solar panels. So that is awesome news. We also have to remember that this is in the middle of winter. So the sun trajectory is off to the side. They're not getting direct sunlight for the panels. So awesome news. That is really good. I'm really impressed. I also like how they have this set up. You can see right here where they got the park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And they are actually using, because the UI is not set up, but they are actually using the buttons to drive the Aptera. Let me show that to you. Hold on a second. So these are the buttons that's actually going to be up under the screen, the UI screen. And if your UI screen goes out for whatever reason, you can still use these buttons to drive your Aptera. So fantastic things that this company is doing. They are really way ahead of the curve, and I can see them making big changes. This is awesome. I am just so happy at what these guys are doing. But how do you feel? How do you feel about where they're going, what they're doing so far? Imagine, remember now, they've only spent $130 million so far, and most companies would have spent $600 million for this. But they are on a beautiful roll. They are getting this together, and they are making this work. But I am so excited as far as what they've presented so far. We know that this year is going to be a big year. I applaud you, Aptera, and Steve Fambro and Chris Anthony and Chris McCann and everybody else on the Aptera team. You guys are awesome. Continue to rock and roll. All right, well, I'm going to give a shout out to my Patreons. Thank you guys very much for your support. And we're going to continue to back Aptera. We know that this company is going to go very far, and they're going to make big changes in the automotive industry. But you know what? You guys take care. And if you're new here, hit the like, ring the bell, subscribe. You catch all my Aptera videos when they come out. So you guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.